Okay, today we are going to be installing a GFCI outlet on an exterior stucco wall. Okay, here's the situation. The building owner wants to install an outlet out here on this third floor balcony so he can plug in a string of lights. You can see there's currently no outlet outside here, but there is an outlet on this interior wall. So I'm going to tie into this existing outlet right here, run some MC cable over to this location here, cut a hole in the stucco, and mount our J-box and our GFCI outlet. I've turned off the circuit breaker. Just use my non-contact voltage tester, make sure the power's off. I use my hammer drill and mark the center of the hole where I want my new outlet box to be installed. See that there. I'll go around outside and I'm going to drill a series of holes, mark the location where I want the box to go, drill my holes, and then gently with the hammer and chisel, I'm going to chisel away at the stucco until I get my rectangular opening for the box. And obviously you want to be careful with stucco. If you try to take off too much material at once or hit it too hard, you can accidentally break off large chunks or crack it. So if you just take your time, take it easy. And then on the inside, I need to punch out one of these knockouts. That'll be where I connect my MC cable and the two J boxes. These connectors are nice, they just push on. And they have the built-in anti-short bushing. So I'm running my MC cable through the wall. You can see this push on like so, and you're done. I'm going to get a little bit of extra MC cable up inside the wall here because we're going to go in at the top of the new box that we're installing. Install my connector. Cut out the chicken wire here, obviously. Get it out of the way. And you could do one of these boxes on the outside wall, but the owner didn't want that. He wants it recessed into the wall. Like you could do one of these covers. He didn't like that idea. So here's what we're going to do. I'm putting an extension on it to compensate for the thickness of the stucco, because the stucco is pretty thick. So there can be plenty of room for the GFCI and my wire connections. I'm actually using this ceiling fan brace, not using the ceiling fan box, obviously. The reason I'm using this brace is it's adjustable. So it's going to adjust or allow me to expand it between the studs and the wall. So we're not going to use this ceiling fan box. Set that aside. Comes the bracket, and it's going to dig into the studs inside the wall. See little points or spikes. And then that bracket I can adjust anywhere along that rod, which is nice. So it's going to make it quick and easy for me to mount my box exactly where I want it. And I'm going to mount the bracket like so on the back of the box. Just measure and mark and drill a hole for the mounting hardware. Yep, like so. Removing the knockout where the MC cable will attach. Now we'll attach the extension box to the regular junction box here. And there's our mounting holes for the bracket. The box fits in the wall, so that's good. You can see I just gotta get everything lined up and in place. And then we'll turn that turnbuckle to secure the brace between the studs and the wall. Once I get it at the right height. Just trying to get everything lined up. My mounting holes on the box. So you can see you have a lot of adjustability with this. So I can move it in and out, I can move it left and right, up and down. I just tighten the mounting hardware. So now the box is attached to the bracket. Let's use my hammer to gently tap it flush with the wall. Like so. And that's nice and tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up with a pair of pliers. I'm going to hold it in place. There we go. All right, so now I'm attaching a ground wire, the pigtail to the metal box to the ground screw. I'll attach another pigtail to the GFCI outlet or receptacle. And then those will get pigtailed together or wire nutted together with the ground coming in. Then the neutral goes to the bright silver screw, and the black hot wire goes to the brass screw. And then for good practice, I wrap it with electrical tape for safety. And then we'll just gently tuck the GFCI into the box, tighten the screws. And I'm going to put some silicone sealant around the gap between the stucco and the box, just for added precaution to keep water out. I installed the cover and put silicone sealant around the cover as well. I got to finish connecting my wires in the box inside. So same thing, grounds, neutral to the bright silver colored screw. And the black hot goes to the brass screw. You want to make sure you use the proper gauge wire for whatever the amp rating is of the circuit breaker, and the receptacles, everything should match. And I'll attach the outlet back to the box. Okay, I'm going to use some all-purpose ready-mixed mud and these drywall patches. They're kind of self-adhesive. You basically peel and stick them to the wall, and they're a mesh, like a fine mesh. Make sure the wall is clean and dry. Stick it over the holes. And see it just kind of sticks onto the wall. It's a quick, easy way to make a repair to drywall. I'm just going to apply my mud and make sure I apply it past the patch. Try to smooth it out the best I can, and then I'll use my bigger knife, like so, with a little bit of water on it. Because we want to make sure we completely cover that mesh. And then we'll let this dry overnight and come back the following morning and sand the high spots down and feather out the perimeter of the patch. And then same thing, we'll use the same patch over here. You can buy these at Lowe's, Home Depot, etc. Pretty self-explanatory, but these work great. And I like using the ready mix mud for this kind of thing because there's no dust, there's no heavy bag of drywall mud that you have to mix up. And I like to clean my tools as I go along. And if I hold the knife almost parallel to the wall, I find I get a smoother, cleaner finish. And I try to press more towards the outside, away from the mud, so I get sort of that more of a graded finish, if you will. I can't think of the right word, but I try to put more pressure on the outside of the knife away from the mud. So I'm kind of feathering it so it's thinner towards the edges and thicker in the middle, if that makes sense. And then tomorrow, if I need to, I can always add a little bit more mud to any thin spots that are too low. Then we should be good. And then I'm going to use a very fine sanding block tomorrow, once this is dry, to sand it just gently. Okay, while the mud is drying, I'm going to turn the circuit breaker back on. This is a 20 amp circuit. You can see the power is back on. It's wired correctly. Now we'll go outside and check the new outlet that we just installed. Make sure it has power and it's wired correctly. And you can see it's powered on and wired correctly. Okay, so next morning you can see it's dry. So I gave it a light sanding, put the cover back on, plugged in the string of lights that the building owner wanted plugged in. Got those installed and working. I hope this video helps you. And I want to tell you about a practical facilities maintenance handbook. It has common facilities documents, signage, tags, as well as training and resource material that you can use to train and educate your facilities maintenance technicians. And there's also shop equipment drawings in the back of the book that you can use to fabricate shop equipment for your facility. The link for this book is in the video description below. Or if you need shirts, hats, mugs, or weather-resistant stickers for your facility, there is a link in the video description below where you can purchase these products that you see here. I hope you find this helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.